Okay, class, today we are still in the 5 vehicle. Okay, class, please try to imagine in your mind map, in the very beginning, okay, we already finished, regards, the 4 major right views, of the mandate right views, all right. So after the 4 major right views, then we turn to the, 6th rank, okay, just to remind us that we should be vigorous, okay. Then after the 6th rank, we go to 3 meritorious states. Number 1 is the dana, 2nd is the sila, thirdly, okay, is the meditation, okay. So we finished all already. Then from meditation, in the previous lesson, we talked about the four infinite states. Actually, it's a metta bhavana, 4 infinite states. The reason is because once you start to spread your metta, okay, finally you have to spread the metta to the infinite living being. So that's called as a 4 infinite space state. Actually, it's a metta bhavana. So we discussed already. Then from there, we come to today is the 6th recollection. Okay. Why we will discuss a 6th recollection? Because Shakyamuni mentioned 6th recollection in the Nikaya before. Okay. So I remember we finished number 1 is the Buddhanussati, recollection of Buddha. So Shakyamuni introduced this method to the disciple, especially they are scary once they meditate in the jungle. Why? Because this method will enhance your mental factor of your cettasika, or mental factor of the faith. Once your faith grow enhance, so you will have more confidence. You wouldn't feel scary anymore. Class, basically in Mahayana, Nian Fo Faman is very popular. Okay, Nian Guan Yin. Basically, all this method, once you try to visualize Amitabha or Guan Yin, you will feel calm, even though you are in the danger. Meaning to say that your faith, cettasika, have been enhanced already. That is the reason why you feel calm once you think for Guan Yin. That is, for most of the sutta we know, they just tell us the method, okay, and you can feel the effect, but you don't know what's the psychological behind. Basically, Abhidharma does explain what is the psychological behind the meditation, for every meditation. So we are in the way of Buddhahood. I think we are about to finish, even though we are torturing now. But once we finish, we'll turn to Abhidharma. So you're all welcome to join for the class. Okay. Now let's take a look. It's the recollection of the Buddha. We have already finished. Now we go to the recollection of the Dharma. Okay, Dharma and Sangha we all finished already. The third is the Sravaka. Basically, for the recollection of the Dharma, Dharma is quite abstract. It's quite hard for you to recollect. Okay. I think maybe my senior, they can recollect the Dharma. They can feel it from the bottom of their heart compared with us. My senior mean who? Mean 1,000 years ago, Xuan Zhuang, you know. Not the present senior, the 1,000 years ago. Class, do you know or not? That we got 3 monks, they really travel from China to India. So they are really my senior. I think they are one we really appreciate for the Dharma recollection, because for them, they are in the circumstances, they're really in the circumstances, in the difficulty that traveling from Indian, from Xi'an to Indian, you know. Xuan Zhuang takes 17 years to finish the trip. Yi Jing also will take, I think about, Yi Jing also 13 years in order to finish the trip. All take years. So let's take a look. So this is a Xi'an. So it can show. So this is the trip. Either from Silk Road or from Maritime Silk Road. Okay. We got 3 high monks. Respectively let's take a look. Okay. They are okay. So number one is a xuan. Okay, number one, yeah, is a xuan zhuang. Okay. So this is a xuan zhuang. It's about 7th century. He started traveling. So this is a xuan zhuang. Okay. So this is his journey. This is a China Xi'an, and red color. I mean, it's the departure. He departing through the red route to reach the Indian, and the other color is the way to going back. Okay, so this is the xuan zhuang. So second is the yi jing. Yi jing. Yi jing is not as famous as xuan zhuang lah. Okay, so let's take a look. So this is the yi jing lah. Yi jing. So he traveled through the maritime Silk Road lah. Let's take a look. So this is a maritime, you see. It's begin from the Zhengzhou, you see. The Zhengzhou is from the it began from the Zhengzhou, you see. It come to the Sumatra and it crossed the Malacca Strait and reached India. Okay, according to the records, Yi Jing learned the Sanskrit in Java, I think in Sumatra. He learned the Sanskrit. Okay, second is the Yi Jing lah. So the last one is the Fa Xian. Fa Xian. Well, Fa Xian can show a very good example to Mr. Leong. Why? Because he start his journey. I mean, at the age of the 60, you know. So he starts traveling. You see, let's take a look. So he depart. I mean, from the Silk Road, reached the Indian, but he traveled back through the maritime Silk Road. Okay, so finally he reached the Guangzhou, and he bring back the Nikaya, you see. So he depart at 60 years old. So don't say that you are old, because my seniors start traveling at 60 years old, you see. So I think they are the one who can really appreciate the recollection of the Dharma, because they know how difficult they are, they were, in order to get back the Dharma. See, most of them stay in India for many years in order to understand the language, in order to understand the Indian culture, their food, stay there, understand the language, and then they do the translation. So I think this is the best way. The best way to understand the culture, because they stay there. Class, you know, recently, just now we mentioned, I mean, the Marvel newly released movie, Shang-Chi, you know. This is a very interesting topic. Why? Because you see, this is Hollywood movie, but all the story and the figure are Chinese, you know. You see or not? Do you think that a Hollywood, Western Western director and the screenplay are able to tell the Chinese story properly? Elena, do you think so? Not that right, not that right. So meaning to say that in order to make the screenplay more close to the Chinese culture, there must be collaboration between, I mean, the Western and the Eastern people, right? So it's the same, you know. During the sutra translation, I discovered that if let's say the main translator, he was unable to do himself, there will be collaboration between him and the other monk. The monk could be from the Xinjiang or could be from India. You see or not? Meaning to say they understand that in order to have a best quality of the translation is the best. You must stay in India, eat their food, drink the water, stay there. I mean, you go through their culture, the festival, then you fully understand, then you have a best translation, you see. So I mean, this is something we can understand once they recollect the Dharma a class, in order to make you feel appreciate please go through the story for these three people. Okay, so this is a homework, because if you don't go through, you don't understand, you can hardly appreciate how the Dharma is precious. How can you recollect it? How can you feel I mean, the feeling of rejoice once you recollect the Dharma, because the Dharma all is from my senior, you see, the monk. Okay, so please copy down the notes. So meaning to say that once they go for marketing, you see, so in the very beginning, meaning to say that three of them going is for the marketing. They are like a marketing department, you see. So, purchasing department. So after the purchase, so they bring it back, see. So we need people to do translation. basically they play roles for translations too. Okay, so that they translate with the supportive from the government, Chinese government. They need they need a huge financial assistance to do the job. Cannot finish by themselves. So once they finish the translation, we need somebody to explain it. So that's the stage number 3. So this is reason why once the translation finish, the job of translation finish, a lot of monks they start to propagate the Dharma. They will have a Dharma talk, lesson, and you can see a lot of commentary. You can see, you discover a lot of commentary. Once the translation has been done. Of course, what you must translate to Chinese, Mandarin, everybody understand, then they start to comment it. So that's why in Chinese, the Tripitaka 100 volume, you can see a big portion is the commentary from the Chinese monk at that time, you see. So once they translate out, and the Tripitaka become 100 volume. So whose job to go to read it? My senior, so Insun Daoshi. The author of Way of Buddhahood, he's the one who able to read the 100 volume for 5 times, So he write, and then he is able to summarize it and have and come up a series of the Dharma book. So Way to Buddhahood is one of his. Is one of his how to say actually it is not it's not a creation he just explain the Dharma in a modern way, you see. Let's take a look. So this is the work from Reverend Insun. Okay, let me okay, so this is a Reverend Insun class. Take a look.
If you can give the name of the travelers just now.
Sure. Later.
English, okay.
Sure. Let me explain everybody first. So this is a Insun. So he is the one who digests the 100 volume of the Tripitaka for 5 times. So this is his masterpiece. So class, take a look. All this, you see. So class, the way of the Buddhahood is this, you see. You see the red color? The way of Buddhahood. Okay. So the one I'm teaching Tuesday, I'm teaching is this number 1, the Diamond Sutra, you see, not okay. And then for this Zhongguan Jinlun Madhyamika in Thursday, I'm going to open the class for this. And then now in Sunday, I'm teaching this Savastivada. Okay. Then the history of Buddhism, but it's not this. It's something like this. And then I'm going to open another class, regards this. This is from Yoga Acharya Bhumi. Is in this one is in Saturday night. You see or not? So you see. So this is what made me feel is my senior, okay, who do this, even though everything right. A comment in the Mandarin, modern language, but they still need somebody to open the class to explain again. So I play the role for this. See or not? So I let you see. The origin of the sutra. We trace back to the 1,000 years ago. So hopefully you all will appreciate. Okay. So let me please copy down the name for all the for the traveler. Okay. So number 1 is a Xuan Zhuang. The translation supposed to be, let me check for you. Okay. Xuan Zhuang. Wait check for you to confirm one. Okay. Temple honoring Xuan Zhuang. So this is the right proper translation. Please copy down. So you just go for Wikipedia. Let me check for you. Xuan Zhuang. Wikipedia, I got it already. Yes, confirm. After the class, please go through the Wikipedia at least in order for Dharma recollection and the Sangha recollection. Xuan Zhuang. Then second is the Yi Jing. Okay, let me see. Yi Jing. Yi Jing. Let me check on this. Yi Jing, correct. Part of the 5 classical in 2nd century, Yi Jing was the subject of a scholarly commentary. Wait, haven't confirmed yet. let me check it out, whether it's a Yi Jing. Yi Jing, let's see. Yi Jing, the monk, formerly romanized as Yi Jing. Yi Jing was okay. So this is the proper name. Let me see. Wait, not yet. I think this is not the one. Especially Sri Vijaya Indonesia along the sea. Yeah, this is the one. Yi Jing. Please write down the name. But the year is not that proper, I think. Wait, Sri Vijaya, returning to Sri Vijaya, returning to China. I think it should be correct. But the year is a little bit different. Okay, Yi Jing, this is correct. Please go through Wikipedia for this Yi Jing. Okay, lastly is the Fa Xian. Fa Xian. Fa Xian. Fa Xian. Oh, Fa Xian. X. Fa Xian. So this is correct. Fa Xian. Yeah. So this is the most senior. It traveled about 5 centuries, and the later, the two figure and the later, they travel in 7th century. So he started travel at the age of 60. So class, you see, if without a strong determination and the enthusiasm to the Dharma, you can hardly to depart at the age of 60. Is this correct? Okay. So Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong, hey, so go for meditation. So no worry for the age. As long as there's a Dharma, just go for it. But make sure you're healthy. Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong, okay? So good example. Traveling, walking. China, walk to India. You see? Very good.
When they walk, they do the walking meditation,
No, where got walking meditation? They walk across the desert, they're almost to die out already. They're dying, where can walking meditation,
They walk for years. Mr. Leong now want to take flight.
Yeah.
Flight to India.
Yes. Now by air.
But Mr. Leong, it's not necessary for us to travel anymore, but for the Dharma, now we got all the Dharma. Just see how to meditate. So if you go to Myanmar, it might be difficult. So Mr. Leong can recall our senior, then you will try to overcome all the difficulty. So this is the recollection of the Sangha, that the meaningful of it. So make sure you will determine for it. Okay, so that is the meaning behind. So class, please remember you have to go through this 3 story behind this 3 figure, so that the recollection for the Dharma and recollection for the Sangha can be built up. Okay, next we go to the recollection of what? Let's see. When one mind focuses sincerely. So this paragraph. Okay, Yong Sin, can you please write it up? Okay. When one's mind
is focused securely on the pure and awesome virtues of the Buddha, one can leave behind deviant thoughts, defiled desire, worries, regrets, and fears. According to a parable in the sutras, the sovereign Saka troops, Nagas, Yaksas, battling with the Asuras became 100 times more courageous when they saw the sovereign Saka's banner. If sentient beings have right recollection of the virtues of the 3 treasures and have firm faith that they are being embraced and protected by them, their minds will be calm and stable. What then can they have to fear? The 4th recollection is that one has kept the perfect and pure precepts. The 5th is that one has properly practiced pure giving in the field of good fortune. The 6th is that one has practiced the virtues of giving and precept keeping, so one can have the rewards of being adorned with the 7 treasures, and being born as a divine being with superior, wonderful happiness.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. We can stop here. Let me digest first. Okay, class, take a look. This paragraph actually is the continuation from the above, the third one. You see, according here, you see, focus our mind on the pure awesome virtue of Buddha. Then you will leave behind the deviant view, the foul desire, worry, regrets, and the fear. Well, class, actually, it's not necessary for you a recollection for the Buddha if, let's say, you do well in your anapanasati. If, let's say, for example, some of our students, you do well in your anapanasati and the nimitta appear. So during the sleeping or during your sickness, the nimitta will appear. And once there's a nimitta, your mind will free from all the anger, defilement, worrisome. So just continue with it. Okay. But anyway, class, if let's say, your anapanasati doesn't work well in the present moment, you can choose one of the method. Okay. For example, you see, you can choose a Buddha, like what you see here. A class, take a look. You see, you can handpick Amitabha or Western or medicine Buddha or whatever Buddha which you feel comfortable. So you just try to visualize it. Basically, the Buddha must be the one who bring you joys, or you cannot persistently use it. Sometimes it is common for us to feel, you don't have feeling after long term for one Buddha, so you can choose another one. Once in a while, you choose another Buddha. Am I right? I think it happens to you, right? You would persistently, for the whole life, just one Buddha only. So you got to change, you see. So in Mahayana, we got so many choices with you. In Theravada got 2 Buddha only, one is a Shakyamuni, one is a future Buddha, is a Maitreya, see. That's all, no more. But in Mahayana, we have a wide variety of the choice. So every day, even though you change every day, we still got so many for you, you see. So this is one of the advantage in Mahayana. Okay, class, this is the meaning about here. Then second, take a look. Here is the 4 recollection. Is one, keep the perfect and the pure precept. Class, please try to review for yourself. Okay, no killing. Okay, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, and also no lies. Okay, and no intoxication. Please try to think which one precept you're proud of it. Okay, once you think about it, you seldom commit You seldom commit. You seldom. Maybe since your childbirth, you have never committed before. Please try to think which one and you're proud of it. So next time, by recollection, the virtue of a precept can help you. Okay, you can do for yourself now. Okay, and then please thumb up. Maybe you do all together class. Secondly, okay, recall one precept. Number 5 is recall one pure giving. Okay, meaning to say that maybe you start learning Buddhism until now, okay, maybe in special occasion or whatever, once you do the giving, maybe in front of 100 sangha or whatever, or maybe you just form a salvation group, form a salvation activity for all the, for a certain catastrophe, something like that, which makes you proud, please recall for it. Okay, one of the giving activity, which is conducted by you. Then lastly, okay, so this is 2 things you can recollect. Number 6 one is being born as a divine being with a superior. This one a little bit hard because most of us are not really aiming for as a to be born as a divine. Okay, you can do the work now. Once you finish, please thumb up by Zoom. Okay. One people finish. Two people finish. Okay. 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people. Okay, everybody finish. Hey, class, remember, what you recall now must be the genuine one. Okay, once you fall sick or before meditation, just try to recollect your giving, recollect your precept. Okay, you feel the joy, then you can start meditation, or you can recollect before you're sick. Okay, before you meditate and before you pass away. Okay, all this will be helpful for you. Basically, the recollection before you pass away. I'm the one who do it. Okay. For our Chinese funeral ceremony, for Buddhism, what we used to do, if I conduct the funeral ceremony for you, okay, I conduct the chanting, so I will have a lecture in front of your plaques, and then I will keep on telling you that, please try to recall whatever giving you have done or whatever precept you have observed. I will do this. But anyway, if you don't tell me, how do I know? Am I right? Yeah, because everybody have a different perspective, right? Some they are proud for supporting Chinese independent school, you know. Some they are proud, maybe for the Sanghi Gadana, everybody is different. So maybe I think in our next Mooncake Festival, you can share the story for me. Then I know what to talk. If I attain, if I do the chanting for you. But I think I will end up confused because everybody tell me the different thing. Am I right? Everybody tell me, so I don't know which one.
People you recorded so you won't forget when you take the recording.
Recording, I think I got hundreds recording. I don't know where to search for it. You know, my YouTube, I got hundreds recording, about 200 to 300 recording, until now, I don't know where to search for it. So help me, well, this is a real one, so sincerely, to tell everybody what you're proud of. So this is something we'll try to recall, make you recall once you pass away. Okay, so next paragraph. Okay, Amanda, your turn to read. According.
According to the sutras, those who are fearful of illness, death, and regression after death should practice these recollections. People cannot avoid illness or death. If they have practiced and gained merit, they will have a better future life than the present. This is comparable to leaving darkness and entering into a bright light, leaving a hut and going into a mansion, or being promoted from a low position to a high one. If one can remember these recollections, one should be able to rejoice and celebrate. How can one be fearful? What actually needs to be feared is not the arrival of old age and death, but rather a life lived emptily without giving and precept keeping. Mindfulness of the virtues of the three treasures is derived from taking refuge in the three treasures with faith. For example, even in Amitabha's most blissful pure land, everyone must still recollect the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. If one can completely take refuge in the three treasures, then one can recollect the three. Whether one is mindful of the virtues of the three treasures, their external power, or remembers the merit of giving, keeping the precepts, and the rewards of becoming a divine being, the power that comes from oneself. Firm faith and understanding come from recollection. When one firmly and profoundly has faith in being embraced and protected by the three treasures, and also has great faith in the inevitability of good causes, it is like entering a great illumination where the darkness of fear and worry instantly disappear.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, class, take a look. This is something we have mentioned. Okay, but according to this text, this sentence is say, it is not, we do not need to worry the fear for being old age and death. But what we should worry is the emptiness, the life, a life without giving, and a life without precept, which is so empty. This type of life we should fearful of. So class, make sure you take opportunity, every opportunity to do the giving and hold your precept, so that your life is meaningful. Then at the moment of the pass away coming, you won't be regret. So that, I mean that is the meaning for this sentence. Okay, well, not much thing for this. I mean, as long as you have the recollection, basically, if let's say you are sincerely and fully take refuge from the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, it is very easy for you to recollect. I mean, for this three, Buddhanussati, Dhammanussati, and Sanghanussati. But I think it really takes time. Like for me, you see, since I really, I mean, my job is to propagate the Dharma. So especially after teaching the history of Buddhism, and it made me realize that how appreciation of our Dharma and the Sangha. But if you don't go through this, okay, you see, you come to attend the class. I'm the one who teach the class. But I noticed that after teaching and sharing, I can feel it more deeply. Compare, since you just listen only, so I mean that the percentage of the appreciation is quite different. So it is encouraged for you, just study, I mean, out of your own intention, then you can really appreciate it much. And then when you understand all this, you see, it will help you like entering a great illumination where the darkness of fear and worry will disappear. Once you start to recall this, so sometimes if let's say you are puzzled in your life, you can try to recall that, as a Buddhist, I'm a Buddhist, but let me try to think, these three senior, when they start traveling, I mean, before reaching to the Indian, how puzzled are they, you see? How much difficulty are there, you see? But with the strong determination, especially Xuan Zhuang, Xuan Zhuang make a vow that what type of vow Xuan Zhuang make, So you see, this is Xuan Zhuang. So Xuan Zhuang make a vow that he say, he's willing to die. He chose to die if he crossed back to the east. Okay, no. He chose to die. For every step moving to the Indian, rather for being alive. For going back to China. You see how strong the determination. So meaning to say he's willing to die. It doesn't matter as long as I'm closer to the India, you see. So it shows a very strong determination. So class, okay, have you ever had this type of strong determination before? No? Do you have it? Do you got it or not? Hey, Elena, you make vow to climb the Himalaya mountain, the Everest mountain, then if you do this strong determination, I think you can climb up. Am I right? I think climbing Himalaya, I think 30K is enough for the climbing, right? Elena, am I right? You don't know. You should know. She likes traveling very much. Almost whole world you should travel already. You should go travel to the highest and the deepest. The coldest Antarctica, the hottest Sahara desert. You should try all, Elena. Okay, next paragraph. Kamling, can you please read it out? Right recollection of a Maitreya Buddha.
Right recollection of Maitreya Buddha. To have right recollection of Maitreya Buddha and vow to be born in his pure land. This method is most precious and rare. It is very close, easily attainable, and open to all. If one sees a Buddha and always hears the Dharma, why should one worry about future regression? Since Sakyamuni Buddha has passed away and Maitreya Buddha has not yet arrived, one might think that one needs to have a specific Buddha as a one's place of refuge when one practices the 7 branches or the 6 recollections or worships and prostrates to the Buddha or recites the Buddha's name. One might feel that only in that situation one could have firm faith, thinking, since this Buddha has a special connection with me, only in this way can I be protected without fear of regression. Although these conceptions lack a profound and thorough understanding of the virtues of the 3 treasures and the principle of cause and effect, this is the way the sentient beings usually feel. In response to this concern, the great and the compassionate Sakyamuni Buddha taught the doctrines of being truly mindful of the honored Maitreya and seeking to be born in the Maitreya Pure Land. In one's assembly, Sakyamuni Buddha personally designated Maitreya Bodhisattva as the next Buddha in this world. At present, Maitreya Bodhisattva is living in the Tusita heaven in a special region called the inner court of Tusita. Whoever will be the next to descend here as a Buddha must first live there. Sakyamuni Buddha did so in the past. The inner court of Tusita is an adorned pure land where Maitreya Bodhisattva frequently preaches the Dharma to infinite numbers of beings. After some time, Maitreya Bodhisattva will come to Jambudvipa to become a Buddha. By then, this world will have already been transformed into a pure land. In this world, Maitreya human pure land, Maitreya Buddha will transform and save infinite sentient beings in the 3 dragon flower tree assemblies.
Okay, thank you so much. Have you ever heard about Tushita? Put up your hand. Tushita. You all heard about Tushita, huh? Okay. Have you ever seen Tushita? Please put up your hand. Tushita. You never seen before. Okay, I'll let you see now, huh? Okay. So next coming the video clip will show how is the Tushita, how is the Shakyamuni expound the Dharma regards and introduce the Maitreya Buddha to us. It's in Mandarin, but you can watch the subtitle just to feel it, because the whole video clip is made based on, of the scripture of from the Maitreya Buddha. So I will tell you which one scripture is based on. So later, as a reference, you can keep on. You can further to take it out and study it regards this. Okay, enjoy the movie. Okay, wait lah.
在舍卫国的奇缘精舍说法修道。有一天初夜时分，佛陀全身放射出金色的光芒，照亮了整个舍卫国。
Sorry, huh? Sorry, do you watch properly just now? Everything smooth? Yes, okay. Sorry, huh? Sorry.
Very short lah ni.
曾说过，阿逸多尊者将在您之后成佛，但这位尊者现在只是凡夫之身，没有断除三界烦恼，不知他命中后将会投生到什么地方呢？他虽出家为僧，但是不修禅定，不断烦恼，而您却授记他必定成佛，那他命中后到底会生在哪一个国土呢？
我现在就为大家宣说，弥勒菩萨将来成就无上正等正觉佛果的预言授记，你们要注意仔细听，并且好好思考。 诸天官来供奉这位发大心的菩萨。他想为的是正上正正觉佛。如果我们能在未来佛果到寿命的话，就让宝冠化成各种供养器具。天子愿是殿这宫殿有7重珍宝构筑围墙，放射出绚丽的光明。光明中画出的宝树与天女，走向了无上正法之音。树上经过时，也在流淌纯美的佛法。宫殿的围墙上有许多龙王围绕，他们降下宝树来装饰围墙。随着风儿吹动，宝树震动作响，演说着苦、空、无常、无我的道理。如果我的福德能为弥勒菩萨建造一座讲述经论的善法堂，那就请让我的额头上自然涌出宝珠。这位名叫劳动法师的护法神，发完誓以后，额头上就自然出如此。之光又变成49美目殿。
Okay, class, applause to the video clip. Okay, So class, basically what do you see is the fabrication. From the writer, from the animator regards the state of the tusita. But anyway, the story is not fabrication. Whatever all the facts are. It's based on. It's not a fabrication. It is based on the sutta. So let me check for you. Which one sutra is it? Yeah, Elena, just now you watched some detail, right? So do you feel, is there any similarity between the hero of a Marvel with this movie? Any similarity? Do you notice, Elena? Oh, I think there got some similarity, right? Because just now, there's one bodhisattva using the light here to build up a palace, right? The palace actually is for Maitreya Buddha, you know. Or I think there's one hero in Marvel do this, right? So Elena, you think Buddhists copy them or they copy us? You think, Of course, they copy us because this original text have the history of carry the history of 1,000 years ago. See, okay. So let me show you which one sutra is it, Okay, class, take a look. How come ke bahasa Malaysia sih? Sang Maitreya dalam catatan sutra dan sejarah, you see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the sutra. 观弥勒菩萨上身斗率天亲 That's something sutra. Let's see. Let me check for the English version. So this is the right one. Oh no, this is the Vietnamese. Okay, let's check for it. American Buddhist. I think this one will be correct. The Sutra of the Buddha Maitreya. Okay, let's see. No. Sorry, not this. Okay. Let me want to check for you. Is okay. How come got bahasa Malaysia?
People is believe that the Maitreya Buddha will be coming in 500 years.
Yes. This is the sutra stated that Maitreya Buddha will be coming, and the description of the Dushita. So let me check for you. The English one. I think maybe CTTP. Yeah, this is the one. Sutra on Maitreya previous and future life. Yes, copy down. So just now the animation is created based on the sutra. Yeah, as long as you got the English name, I think you're able to Google it out. Yes, anybody intend to go to my to Shita after watching just now the movie, but you have to go to the inner court to watch the to meet the Maitreya for the Dharma talk. Anybody feel that if got opportunity you wish to go to Shita? Any? Oh, Amanda, Kamling, your face show that you like to Shita, right? Okay, anyway, well, according to the sutra, yeah, Mr. Leong, you want to say something? Yes, Mr. Leong, yeah. On the mic, please, Mr. Leong.
Wish to go to Tusita in a court.
Good. Okay. Class. Basically, the condition in order to go to the Tusita in a court is not very high. You just chant the name of the Maitreya Buddha, holding the 5 precepts and do the giving. They will be good enough for you to go. Okay. So simple only. Because this is under the 5 vehicle. You see. So meaning to say that the condition is not that high in order for you to reborn there. According to the sutra, why we reborn there? You see, class, because according the prediction of the Shakyamuni, one day, okay, Maitreya Buddha will come to the Jambut Vipa to become a Buddha. So where is the Jambutipa? Jambutipa means the earth, our present. Jambutipa is the. It's the place we are staying here, why we call it as a Jambutipa. You see, Jambu means is the what? It's the fruit, right? Take a look, Jambutipa. Yes, Jambutipa. Tipa is the island. It's a geographical area, ancient name of the Greater India and the ancient Indian history. You see, this is the old name, because the Indian look like a jambu, right? You see, not a Jambutipa. Class, you see, not Indian, really look like a jambu. Okay, Dipa means the island. You see, so they call it Indian. It's an Indian ancient name, Jambutipa. So you can write down. The land of the jambu trees. See, once Maitreya Buddha come here, it's going to. Yeah, Soyong is correct because India. This way, India look like Soyong. Am I correct? You see, Chimo. It looks quite similar to the Soyong. So Jambutipa, they call it. Then let's take a look. You see, this word we have already been transformed into the Pure Land. Basically, what Maitreya Buddha do? Okay, it's going to come down according to Sutra. Maybe after I think 56 million years. 5.6 billion years. After 5.6 billion, they come. Amanda, can you wait for so long or not? 5.6 billion years. Yeah.
How many How
okay, 5.6 billion in order to come according to the sutra. But at that moment, the earth, the situation in the earth is totally different already. We don't see any mountain. It looks so flat. Everybody is healthy, and the age for the population, everyone about 1,000 years. It's different already according to the sutra. Okay, so Amanda, since you're interested, so after the class, please go through this sutra a little bit, go through a little bit and go through a further study regarding the sutra. Okay, so Maitreya Buddha will transform and save the infinite sentient being, the 3 dragon flower tree assembly. Yes, there's a name. Once Maitreya Buddha come to the earth. Come to the earth, so they call it as a 3 dragon flower tree assembly. Chinese call it as Longhua Sanhui lah. Longhua Sanhui. I think Elena do a lot of chanting to get the Longhua Sanhui, right? So 3 dragon assembly. So you can meet the Maitreya Buddha at the time. Okay, next let's take a look. I think Master Xuanhuan, let me check whether Master Xuanhuan do the translation for this or not. Okay, no. This. So let me check for you. CTTB. God lah, Amanda, Kamling God, you see Maitreya Bodhisattva, city of 10,000 Buddha. I think they have done the translation before. So you can get the reference. Basically, city of 10,000 Buddha, CTTB, they are the one who translate the Chinese sutra the sutra from Chinese to English. Okay, next paragraph. Okay, Yukwa, can you please read it out? Okay, therefore.
Therefore, if one wants to be born in the Pure Land of Tusita, one will see Maitreya Bodhisattva and will follow him in his descent to the human world of the future. Seeing a Buddha and hearing the Dharma, one will progress upward naturally. How could one worry about regression? This compassionate discourse by Sakyamuni Buddha is contained in the sutra such as the 弥勒下生成佛经. In comparison to rebirths in other pure lands of the world of the 10 directions, the doctrines of rebirth in Maitreya's Pure Land is most precious and secure. This can be explained with reference to its three aspects. Closeness. Maitreya's now in the Tusita heavens will come to our human world in the future. To this very world, in this same realms of desires, these two locations, Maitreya's Pure Land and this world, are very close. Maitreya's Pure Land is not like the other Pure Lands of the 10 directions. In order to reach these other Pure Lands, one must pass through many Buddha's lands. As for the length of time involved in this process, after one is reborn in the inner course of Tusita in the next life, it will not be too long before one will return to the human world. This is not like being reborn in other Pure Lands, where the length of time requires to return to this world is unknown. Easy attainability. The Pure Lands of Tusita and the Pure Land of this world as it will exist in the future are both lands in the realms of desire. One therefore needs only to take refuge in the three treasures, keep the possessed purely, give properly, and in addition vow to be born in Maitreya's Pure Land. With chanting, praise the future descending Maitreya Buddha. Then one can be born in the Pure Land of Tusita. This is different from being born in other Pure Lands, in which one has to be single-minded without scatterers. To be single-minded without scatterers in meditation is certainly not easy. Universal accessibility. To be reborn in Maitreya's Pure Land, one needs not necessarily vow to attain the Buddha mind or the mind of renunciation. This is because those people with good roots for human and divine rebirth who wants to have better future lives can be reborn there with their vows. In the Pure Land of Tusita and the future Pure Land of this world, the honors Maitreya in accord with the various capacities of all beings espouse the human and divine Dharma, the two physical Dharma and the Bodhisattva Dharma, so that everyone will receive benefits accordingly. Through seeing a Buddha and hearing the Dharma, beings are gradually transformed with steady upward progress from having human and divine capacities to having the capacity to descend to work, from having the capacity of the two vehicles to having those of the great vehicle, and finally return to the way of the Buddha. The beings of the two vehicles cannot be reborn in those other Pure Lands. So, of course, they cannot receive human and divine beings. Therefore, the doctrines for the Pure Lands of Maitreya is the one that is really open to all those who would attain the deliverance of the 5 vehicles.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let me check. I still got some. Might we finish this 3? More important. Okay, class, basically, we notice that there's a three advantage if you choose the Pure Land of the Tusita. Number one, Tusita is closest to us. How do we know that? Class, we can check for it. So this is the Tusita, 6 grams. 6th heaven. Okay. Kama Tatu Deva. Desire RAM. So class, take a look. Desire RAM. They are totally 6 RAM. Okay. So let's take a look. You see, okay, the 6th domain. Let's see. We check. This is in the God domain. So it's in the Deva domain. There's totally 6 RAM. You see. So Tushita is one of it. I'm not able to see this. This is not that good. Let me check for you. Kama Tatu RAM. Okay, I don't see it. We got the picture, but the picture is too small. Let me check for you. Yeah, class, take a look. This is the Magnusa human. We are here. Okay, upper is the Jatu Maharachika, Sei Dai Tin Wong, Tawa Timsa, Yama Tushita. Tushita is here. So meaning to say that from the Manusa Loka to reach to the Tusita, we just 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 levels in order to reach. But if you go to the other Buddha land, it will be quite far away. So this is number one, it's more closer. But I think not that logic. Why? Because if we go there by using our mind, thought can reach one. So where got the distance? Am I right? Yeah. So sometimes we have to use our brain to analyze. We cannot just fully follow. Am I right? Do you think so? Even though we say, oh, Buddha land is very far, or this is very near, not logic. What? Everything just one thought can reach already. What? Yeah. Then secondly, let's take number one is it is more closer. Second is regard the condition. I mean, it's more easy for you to go there. See, class, take a look. Second condition, you see, is easy accessibility. You see, you just take a refuge, keep the precept, okay, do the giving and praise future. Just praise our Namo Maitreya Buddha. You see. If you compare with the Western Pure Land, Western Pure Land will request you must do the chanting without scatteredness. Okay, so this is even not that strict compared with the Western Pure Land. So the third one is more general. How should we call it? Universal accessibility. So meaning to say that no matter which vehicle you are, you can reach there. But for Western Pure Land, they're specific. They only allow those who with the body mind are able to reborn to the Western Pure Land. But for this Maitreya, no matter which level you are, they will be fine. If you wish to become Arahant, body mind, or you have a body mind, you're still able to reach there. Okay. Okay, so class, that's the class for today.